There is an ocean of everything you want: success, power, and the most satisfying relationships. It's all available and waiting for you. This is The Zone of Action with your host, Jerold Jackson.
Today, the subject of this podcast is keep your plans secret. Keep your plans secret. Protecting your dreams from sabotage. There's a lesson that doesn't get talked about enough in business, relationships, and life. You have got to keep your plans secret. You cannot broadcast every move you make, because the moment you do, there are people who are more than willing to derail you. Napoleon Hill spoke about this decades ago in his teachings. He said that true power comes when you hold your tongue, protect your ideas, and only reveal them when they are ready to stand on their own. And here's the truth. In the modern world, this principle is even more powerful. Secrecy isn't weakness. Secrecy is a superpower. We live in an age where everybody feels the need to post everything. Progress photos, deals in motion, big ideas. Look what I'm about to do. But here's the harsh reality. When you give people that kind of access to your dreams before they're fully formed, you're also giving them the ability to destroy them. Some will discourage you, some will ridicule you, and some will actively sabotage you because your success threatens their comfort zone. Why silence is golden. Keeping your plans private isn't about paranoia. It's about wisdom. It's about understanding that not everyone has your best interest at heart. There are people who smile at you, shake your hand, and call you friend, but deep down they see your potential as a threat. They see your growth as a spotlight shining on their stagnation. The moment they get wind of what you're working on, they look for ways to undercut you, slow you down, or take your idea and run with it themselves. It doesn't mean you stop trusting people completely. It means you learn to separate the few who genuinely want to help you from the many who are simply curious, or worse, competitive. My hard lesson in the concert business. Let me share a real world example from my own life. For a period of time, I was in the concert business. I had the connections, I had the artists, and I had the vision. Once you book an artist, the clock starts ticking. You've got to secure the venue quickly, line up sound requirements, get tickets on sale, and send the artist their deposit, all before you can even advertise. It's a fast-moving process, and if you don't line up all the details perfectly, you can lose big. I made the mistake of sharing too much with someone I thought I could trust. This person was another promoter, someone I looked to for guidance. I told him I was locking in venues, working out sound, and even showed him my profit and loss statement. I thought I was being smart by seeking mentorship. What happened next? He used that information against me. He went behind my back and put holds on every major venue I was trying to book, using as little as $200 per hold to block me out completely. He didn't have to fully commit. All he had to do was reserve them, and suddenly my options were gone. Because of that, I lost the deposit I had already sent to the artist. I even had to pay an additional fee to the booking agent for not fulfilling my end of the deal. The entire thing collapsed, not because I didn't have the drive or the connections, but because I shared my plans with the wrong person. That was a painful and expensive lesson. But it taught me something I carry to this day. Not everyone deserves to know your moves. Some people don't just want to see you fail. They will actively create the conditions to make sure you fail. The psychology of sabotage. Why do people do this? It's simple. Your progress is a mirror. When others see you moving forward, it reminds them of where they're standing still. Instead of being inspired, they get envious. Instead of asking how they can support, they look for cracks to exploit. Some people see your dreams as opportunities for themselves. If they can steal your idea, beat you to market, or plant seeds of doubt in your head, they'll do it. And they won't feel guilty for 1 second, because in their mind, business is a competition, and you made the mistake of giving away your playbook. Napoleon Hill warned about this. He wrote about the power of a closed mouth. That silence protects your imagination from being trampled by doubters and thieves. When you hold your plans close, you shield them from negative energy and sabotage. Secrecy is a superpower. Think about it. When you keep your plans to yourself, you maintain control. You don't have to explain. You don't have to justify. You don't have to defend yourself against critics who don't see what you see. Instead, you can focus on the work. You can refine your vision, take steps forward, and build momentum in peace. And then, when the time is right, when the foundation is secure, you reveal it to the world fully formed and undeniable. That's power. That's confidence. That's strength. And it's not just about business. Even in your personal life, secrecy matters. If people sense cracks in your relationship, some will do everything they can to widen them. They'll gossip, meddle, or even insert themselves into your situation just to watch you struggle. Protecting your private life is just as important as protecting your business plans. The airplane analogy. Write it down. Now, here's the key. Keeping plans secret doesn't mean keeping them vague. You've got to write them down. Think about a pilot. Before the plane leaves the runway, the pilot has every point of reference written out. Waypoints, altitude, rate of descent. Every detail is mapped before the wheels even leave the ground. That's how you need to approach your life and business. Write down your goals. Write down the steps it will take to achieve them. Write down the timelines, the resources, the connections you'll need. Make it plain. Make it specific. But here's the critical part. You don't need to broadcast it to everyone. Your journal is not for the world. It's for you. Share it only with the people directly involved in helping you achieve it. Your circle should be small, close, and trustworthy. Remember, cooperation is essential. You will always need people to help you reach your goals. But you don't need everybody. You don't even need most people. You just need the right ones. Who deserves a seat at the table? So how do you know who to trust? Simple. Look for consistency. Look for integrity. Look for those who celebrate your wins without secretly resenting them. Look for people who pour into you, not drain you. If someone only calls when they need something, don't give them access to your plans. If someone has shown you they can't keep their own life together, don't expect them to handle your dreams with care. If someone has betrayed you before, don't fool yourself into thinking they won't do it again. Your circle doesn't have to be big. In fact, the smaller, the better. A few trusted allies are more valuable than 100 curious onlookers. The cost of talking too much. Every time you share your goals with the wrong person, you pay a price. Sometimes it's obvious, like the money I lost in the concert business. Other times it's more subtle. Maybe they plant a seed of doubt that makes you hesitate. Maybe they spread gossip that damages your reputation. Maybe they borrow your idea and take credit for it. Each time you open your mouth to the wrong audience, you risk losing something valuable: time, energy, focus, or opportunity. But when you stay quiet, you keep all of that power in your hands. The joy of the reveal. There's also a beauty in surprising people. When you work in silence and then present your success fully formed, the impact is undeniable. People can't argue with results. They may not have believed in your vision, but they can't deny what's standing in front of them. That's the joy of the reveal. It's sweeter, stronger, and more satisfying because you know how much discipline it took to get there without telling the world every step along the way. Your call to action. So here's what I want you to do. Starting today, write down your goals. Be specific. Be detailed. Treat it like a flight plan. Write down every step you need to take, every connection you need to make, every resource you will need to gather. Get it on paper so it's real and tangible. Then keep it private. Guard it. Protect it. Only share it with the people who are in your inner circle, the ones who are actively helping you get to your destination. Because here's the truth. You don't need applause while you're building. You don't need validation while you're grinding. You don't need approval while you're moving forward. What you need is focus, discipline, and protection from the negativity and sabotage that surrounds you. When you arrive, the world will see it. The results will speak louder than any announcement you could have made. Secrecy isn't about fear. It's about strength. It's about wisdom. It's about protecting the most valuable thing you own, your vision. Not everyone deserves to know where you're headed. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your process. Keep your circle small. Keep your mouth closed. And keep your eyes on the prize, because your dreams are too important to risk. Your goals are too valuable to gamble. And your success is too big to let somebody else derail. Remember this. Secrecy is a superpower. Use it, and you'll arrive at your destination stronger, wiser, and unshakable. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, JeroldDJAX, on Facebook, Jerold Action Jackson in Zone of Action. Check out the website, JeroldJackson.com. Happiness starts with you, not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, but with you in the zone of action.